Jai Bhagwan. Non-attachment continued. There are so many facets of non-attachment. This book, Personal to Global Transformation, written in 2007, and it has lots of detail about non-attachment. How to rise above non-attachment. Also, process of renunciation and different kind of attachments as an escape. I want to talk about emotional non-attachment. First thing is how to rise above attachment. Avoid situations that produce attachment. If you go into the rain, even with a raincoat and even with umbrella, there is chance you will get wet. So avoid any contact that would produce attachment. That means keep away from unnecessary association that will build attachment. Begin by removing attachment to material things, then habits, and then finally work on to emotional attachment. Cultivate flexibility in your desire. Cultivate preferences so you are not stuck. This is the only way. I will go for the second option or third option. Attachment is a condition of the mind produced by association and expectation. Love is the experience. Create more love and then attachments will be reduced. Consolidate small undesirable attachment and replace them with something positive that you love. This way you get rid of the attachment. Understand and experience the negative feelings and hopelessness created by attachment and indulgence. Then you can experience the positive feeling and joy of having mastered renunciation. This will inspire you to renounce and be non-attached. Practice introspection. Examine your life, past experiences. So with introspection, you can see the roots of attachments and you know how to remove them. Process of renunciation. Renunciation is an escape. I want to focus on emotions. The reason is most people say, how can I be non-attached to my family and my children? And they get a wrong idea. First get non-attached to material things and then to your habits, and ultimately emotional non-attachment is the climax. If you try wrong way, then you will be indifferent, not caring. That is not the idea of non-attachment. Non-attachment in emotional situation is to generate unconditional love. As you create unconditional love, your attachments will drop away. So in family relationship, create more unconditional love. You love your family members wholeheartedly without expecting anything. Try not to control them and don't worry about them. You have only power to provide. You perform your dharma or duty and surrender the results to God. Here are some of the things about emotional attachment. One should practice non-attachment in relationship only after mastering non-attachment to material things. Non-attachment is a positive quality that removes obstacles to pure love. Relationship improve by removing the attachments. Lust is the perverted manifestation of emotion. It is below human dignity. So if you try to suppress your love and emotions, then it would take wrong form, it becomes lust. One is self centered and uses and abuses other human beings for their own pleasure. This is called lust. Rape is an example of lust. One forces another against their will. Lust also manifests itself in subtle ways to enforce supremacy and dominance to control others. One finds pleasure in torturing others physically and psychologically. This is the perverted form of suppression. Another manifestation of lust is indifference. One becomes insensitive and numb to the emotions of others. One feels isolation and loneliness. Serial killers and terrorists have no sensitivity for other human beings and feel no remorse for their actions. Conditional love is prema, is the nature of normal human being. But this love we use make it more unconditional, so we purify our heart and experience the pure love. Unconditional pure love is called bhakti, is the highest manifestation of human love. One can use human relationship to cultivate unconditional love. One should see loved ones as spark of God instead of just physical beings. One should not try to own them or control them. One should use this love to expand their consciousness. Love becomes meditative and the mind and desires dissolve. The love extends to all living creatures and attention is directed toward Almighty Creator. That means we learn from all our experiences in the world. Cultivating love, removing attachments, consider whole universe as our family, and then cultivate love for God, and that is called bhakti. Bhakti yoga is connecting with God with heart, with love, devotion, prayers, and surrender. Bhakti means deep love and devotion and surrender to God. When we see an amazing work of an art, hear an incredible piece of music, and then we get curiosity. Who composed the music? Who painted the art? Then we want to meet the artist. So when we see the creation of God, we want to meet God. We have so much intensity to know who created this. This curiosity, this intensity, this love is called bhakti. And there are so many aspects of bhakti. One is prayer, other is the mantra chanting, selfless service, devotional offering, giving charities, visiting holy pilgrimages. These are all different means of cultivating love. So, in our life, we cultivate love for human beings with all the association that purifies us enough to be worthy to love God.